Toby's Magical World Adventure. Toby was a quiet little boy who didn't like to talk and was often alone. At school, when other children played and laughed, Toby always sat under a big tree reading a book. He had many thoughts but didn't know how to say them out loud. At lunch, he always sat alone at the end of the bench, quietly eating his sandwich. Although he really wanted to join everyone's games, the words would reach his lips only to be swallowed back. One afternoon, Toby found a glowing book in the corner of the library. Its cover was dark blue, studded with silver stars. When he curiously touched the spine, the bookshelf suddenly moved slowly, revealing a door emitting a soft glow. Toby's heart raced. He hesitantly reached out his hand. The doorknob was carved with intricate patterns. With a gentle push, behind the door was not the library wall, but a shimmering rainbow passage. Toby mustered his courage and stepped into the light, instantly transported to a magical world. Here, there were singing flowers and floating islands. Suddenly, a sparkling little fairy flew over. Her name was Sparkle, and she was a light fairy. "Hello, are you a child from the human world?" Sparkle asked curiously. Toby nodded, surprised to find himself able to answer fluently. "Yes, my name is Toby." This was the first time he had spoken so easily to a stranger. Sparkle took Toby to meet her good friend Gurgle, a furry, gentle creature. Gurgle couldn't speak, but could express emotions with bubbles. Happy bubbles were rainbow-colored. Sad bubbles were blue. When Gurgle learned Toby was from the human world, he excitedly blew out a stream of rainbow bubbles. Just as the three new friends were chatting, suddenly, the sky darkened and an ominous purple lightning bolt streaked across the sky. "It's Witch Zelda," Sparkle said worriedly. "She's been stealing the colors and sounds of the magical world lately." As she spoke, the surrounding flowers gradually lost their color, and their songs grew fainter. Toby saw a once vibrant flower turn grayish-white and felt very sad. He whispered, "Can we do something?" Although his voice was small, both Sparkle and Gurgle heard him. They turned to Toby together, their eyes filled with hope. The three friends decided to seek advice from the ancient Tree of Wisdom. While traversing the enchanted forest, Toby discovered footprints left by the witch and a shiny purple feather. After careful observation, he said, "These footprints are deep," meaning she was carrying something heavy. Sparkle looked at Toby in surprise. "You're really good at observing." Toby blushed slightly. He hadn't expected his observational skills to be useful. Gurgle also blew an approving star-shaped bubble. The ancient Tree of Wisdom was thousands of years old, its trunk etched with the marks of time. The ancient tree told them in a deep voice, "The witch wants to use the stolen colors and sounds to cast a spell, plunging the magical world into permanent grayness. Only a song of sincere friendship can break her magic." The ancient tree handed Toby a glowing leaf. "When you sing together, this leaf will guide you." Toby carefully took the leaf. It pulsed warmly in his hand. On their way to the witch's castle, the friends encountered a weeping river whose waters had almost stopped flowing. Toby noticed a large rock blocking the riverbed. "Let's move it together," Toby suggested. Although they were small, when they pushed the rock together with effort, a miracle happened. Their hands emitted a soft light, and the rock rolled away easily. The river began to flow merrily again, and, as thanks, pointed them to a shortcut. The witch's castle was eerie and terrifying, with purple lightning entwined around its spires. Although Toby was scared, thinking of his friend's expectations, he mustered his courage. "I have a plan," he whispered. "Sparkle will distract the witch, Gurgle will block her view with bubbles, and I'll retrieve the bottle containing the colors and sounds. His friends nodded in agreement and prepared for action. Toby's heart pounded, but for the first time, he felt so brave. The plan went smoothly. Sparkle used her light to attract the witch, and Gurgle blew countless bubbles to distract her. Toby slipped into the room and found a glass bottle shimmering with various colors. Just as he got hold of the bottle, the witch spotted them. "Thieves, put down my collection!" Witch Zelda raised her wand, and a purple light shot toward Toby. At the critical moment, Toby raised the leaf given by the ancient tree, forming a protective barrier. "You don't understand," the witch shouted. "This world once mocked me, so I'm taking all the colors and happiness." Toby looked into the witch's angry yet sad eyes and said softly, "Loneliness isn't pleasant. I often feel lonely too. But taking others' happiness won't make you truly happy." His words stunned the witch. Her wand lowered slightly. Sparkle and Gurgle moved closer to Toby, demonstrating true friendship. Toby's words touched the witch's heart. She put down her wand. Tears streamed down. Those tears were transparent, no longer purple. As she cried, the colors and sounds from the bottle began to overflow, returning to where they came from. The world regained its vitality. The flowers restored their vibrancy and began to sing. The sky turned blue again. The witch looked at her hands and found they too began to emit a soft glow. She was no longer a witch, but an ordinary magical resident. The magical world held a grand celebration. Toby, Sparkle, and Gurgle were hailed as heroes. Toby sang, danced, and even told a story at the party. All the magical creatures listened intently. When it was time for him to go home, Sparkle gave him a special little bell. Wherever you are ringing, it will remind you that you always have friends here. Gurgle gave him a hug and a forever rainbow-colored bubble. After returning to the library through the magical door, Toby found the magic book still glowing faintly. The next day at school, when he saw a new classmate sitting alone on the bench, Toby took a deep breath, walked over, and said with a smile, "Hello, I'm Toby. Want to play together?" The girl looked up in surprise, then smiled back. Toby felt the bell in his pocket gently vibrate, as if friends far away were happy for him. Toby still sometimes visits that magic book. He knows the door only appears when truly needed. He now has friends in two worlds, at school and in the magical world. He learned that everyone has their own special qualities, and sometimes the quietest observer can become the bravest hero. Before falling asleep at night, he often shakes the little bell, hears familiar laughter from afar, and then smiles as he drifts into dreamland.
Thanks for watching. To read more wonderful children's picture books or create your own with AI, welcome to visit childrenbooks.online.